Hey, how y'all doing? So we're gonna talk about Roman Reigns and Jey Uso from the October the 2nd episode of SmackDown on Fox, the 1 year anniversary of SmackDown on Fox. So Roman Reigns starts the show perturbed that Jey Uso would not recognize him as the tribal chief. He calls Jey Uso down. Jey Uso is really good. He is becoming one of my favorite people. And for starters, I already like the Usos. The Usos did not get enough credit for how great of a tag team they really are. But I think now a lot of people are really behind Jey Uso. And this is strange because he lost in what was in some cases a humiliating fashion, that he was beaten to the point of not being able to continue, of not even being able to defend himself. And it was a mostly dominant performance from Roman anyway. So in reality, people really shouldn't have so much faith and so much energy behind Jey, but they do. It is like legit. Everybody wants to see Jey stand up to Roman. It's not about whether Jey wins or loses anymore, because everybody pretty much accepted that Jey is not going to win. Most people are just kind of looking at Jey being the one to earn Roman's respect. And in this scene, we get Roman basically telling Jey, "Look, what happened? Jey for starters kind of goes off on him. Says, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know what you were thinking when you did that to me. The way you treated me. I don't even know. I don't know you." And then Roman says, "Look, man, uh, I'm not proud. He was not proud of himself. It was the worst night of his career. It was the worst night of his life. That he was just trying to help Jey. That he was just trying to get Jey to the main event, give him a big payday, share that moment with him. That he loves Jey. That he loves Jey more than Jimmy does. He's driving that wedge. See, this is another thing that's sort of important, is that Roman is slowly but surely driving a wedge between Jey and Jimmy, right? See, earlier, a couple of weeks back, Roman says to Jey, "Your brother would win." You know, like we already know, like your brother would win. When to the Fatal 4-Way match, like I said before, he had faith in Jimmy, right? He likes Jimmy. Tonight he says Jimmy acknowledged me. Jimmy did the right thing. Jimmy acknowledged me. Jey didn't. And then later, what happens? AJ Styles comes out and says Jimmy is a better athlete than you. So they're planting the seed that the Usos may end up having to fight each other. Right? Now, also, when you looked at Jimmy when he came out at Clash of Champions, he looked markedly different from Jey. Jimmy had braids, almost always they had a similar look, but now they're starting to personally identify each one of them. They're about to break the Usos up, okay? I see it coming. Jimmy is going to end up being with Roman. I see it coming. They're individualizing the Usos. You really only go through the trouble of individualizing people in tag teams when you're about to break them up. Otherwise, they would dress the same, come to the ring the same. You wouldn't see one of them getting pushed and the other one not getting pushed. They're about to break the Usos up. And that's going to be monumental. And it's going to be crazy that the Usos are willing to probably fight each other, but the New Day isn't. Which is really weird. It's really weird. But I hope they take their time with it. Hope they take their time a little bit more. Because again, Jimmy is the reason Jey lost. Right? Jimmy threw the towel in. Even though Roman gave him a good reason to throw the towel in, Jey lost because of Jimmy. Right? So just remember that Jimmy is the one Roman likes. Jimmy is the one that acknowledged Roman. Jimmy is the one who cost Jey the match. Jimmy is the one everybody likes. Okay, and then I'm not surprised they didn't go into some of the irresponsible behavior of the Usos, but I like that they're individualizing one of the Usos, and Roman is wedge. He being manipulative. He's saying I love you, but he's also just threatening him and intimidating him at the same time. So that's very manipulative. So he says, like, I love you more than Jimmy. I love you, brother, more than your brother does. Like I'm trying to take care of you, but you are embarrassing me. You are trying to disrespect me as like what my responsibilities are, what my birthright is. Why are you basically like, why are you acting this way? You know I'm the man. Just say I'm the man. Like you already know I'm the man. Why are you acting this way? But Jimmy was being sort of antsy. He wasn't really looking at Roman. It was like he would like the intensity wasn't there, where it's kind of like a little bit of intimidation, but it was a lot of confidence. Where basically Jay was like, I stood there, I was close. I was close to winning the title. And he kind of kept, looking away and looking at the title. And Roman was like, oh, you're looking at this title? Like, you want this? This means so much to you? All right, I'll give you a rematch. But if I was you, then he hugged him. He said, but if I were you, I wouldn't take it. Because this time it's going to be for real. It's going to be some real stakes behind this one. And Jimmy, without thought, they didn't even bother to drag out the drama of it with Jimmy maybe thinking about it and putting some thought into it. He was like, no, go right after it. I want that match, Oos. You feel me? I want that match. Give me that match. Because he believes he can beat Roman. He believes in himself now. He's won a couple of matches. Now he's beaten AJ Styles, who's a former world champion, beat him clean. People flipped out about that, by the way. We'll talk about that one in a minute. I might as well post that in here too while we're having this conversation. AJ got pinned by Jey Uso, beat him clean. Jey Uso is rolling. He's got this momentum behind him. That night at Clash of Champions was a momentary setback. He did good in the match, even though he did kind of get dominated for most of the match. He still fought back. He didn't give up. That was the nature of Jey. He's like, I didn't give up. You couldn't beat me. You couldn't beat me straight up. You didn't break my spirit, Oos. Now I'm stronger than ever. This is really great shit, man. This is really great shit. Okay, so we about to do like I wonder what the stakes are going to be, because it's like, I don't know, other than the title, what else, what else could it be outside of just the belt? Like, you would think of normal things like, is he gonna make Jey put his hair on the line or put his career on the line or whatever? But Jey is down for it because he doesn't care. He's full of himself. And this kind of goes into a little bit of the Jey being selfish and maybe Jey being naive. Like I planted the seeds in the previous video that maybe Jey is being a little bit selfish. That he knows Roman is, the chief. He putting food on the table. He's taking care of Jey. He's looking after Jey. And Jey is still trying to be the man. He's trying to be the man just cause. It's kind of like the movie Paid in Full. Like some just want to be the man just cause. And Jey just wants to be the man. He wants to take care of everybody. It's about his own personal pride, his own sense of achievement. And I don't really see it as being a heel thing or being a bad thing. It's just a little naive, and I think there's a really fun dynamic because Roman is obviously being a bully and being over the top and intimidating and stuff like that. But Jey is not wavering. He's not giving in to that. He's standing up for himself and believing in himself, and there's nothing wrong with that. So we're gonna fade to black a little bit, do a little lights out for a moment. And then we're going to talk about AJ Styles losing to Jey Uso and why people who think that this is a problem are fucking idiots. All right, so AJ Styles got pinned by Jey Uso, clean as a whistle, or as Fightful said, clean as a sheet, which great. It was great. And people threw a fit. A lot of people threw a fit because Jey Uso pinned AJ Styles. And I say, like, you know what? Jey Uso is not in the top 5 of terrible people who pinned AJ Styles. AJ Styles got pinned by what was his name? Ellsworth? Was it James? James Ellsworth? I'm pretty sure he got beat by James Ellsworth. He got pinned by him. This is in WWE. And who knows how many fucking Jay Browns have pinned AJ Styles in TNA. There's probably an innumerate number of fucking Jay Browns who have beaten AJ Styles in TNA. So that's not even the question. And then of course, you know, I didn't sit down and watch his whole run in Ring of Honor or his whole run in New Japan. So I can't tell you. But AJ Styles is such a made guy that this does not hurt him at all. People care too much about wins and losses and not paying attention to what the purpose of this was. The purpose of this was, for starters, it was great because AJ Styles came out and he was actually being racist. He said, like, I missed the luau. He was like, I missed the luau. And then he told Jay, like, you're not fit to be the number one contender. You need to let somebody with a little bit more, a little bit who matters. Somebody with a little bit more substance needs to get a title shot. Somebody like me. And then he said he gave him the line about everybody pretty much Jimmy is the better athlete. And then he told him, like, just acknowledge Roman as the tribal chief. Go sacrifice some goats. And I was like, I love country bumpkin AJ Styles. I love culturally insensitive AJ Styles. I love it. It was great. And AJ pretty much beat Jay's ass the whole match. I mean, Jay was hanging in there, obviously, but AJ took most of the match. So it was a pretty good babyface match where AJ, got caught. He was trying to do a springboard and he ended up getting caught and he lost. Big deal. People need to realize that Jay needed some momentum. Yeah, you could have picked anybody else, but AJ Styles not in the storyline right now. There's no reason to, now if this, if it continues to happen, but it doesn't, no, it's not going to happen. This was a good match to get Jay back on, to get his win back because he lost to Roman so decisively and viciously. He needed a justification for taking a rematch with Roman, and they needed to justify Jey Uso being in that match. So in order to do that, they just had Jay beat AJ Styles. And it's not like he dominated him. He barely won the match. Well, he won the match clean, but he was losing most of the match. He caught AJ Styles slipping. And it was basically AJ being, overconfident, which is classic heel stuff. You're overconfident, you slip on a banana peel, and then you lose. That's just kind of how it is. People need to stop overreacting. Don't overreact because AJ lost. It'll be okay. I promise you it'll be okay. And plus AJ Styles is, he's not going anywhere. Secondly, he's a guy that you could put him in the microwave and he could be in the main event in 2 weeks. So it's like when Keith Lee beat Randy Orton. It's like, so what? So what? Randy lost the match. So what? AJ Styles lost the match. Who cares? He's won 1,000 matches. He can lose one. All right, so thank you guys for listening. Like this video. Tell me what you think of the Roman and Jey Uso story. Let me know if you're enjoying it still. I know I am. I'm really down for this Hell in a Cell match between not AJ Styles, goddammit, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. I don't think it's going to be an actual Hell in a Cell match. If they were smart, they would get away from that. They would do whatever the high stakes is. They would do it outside of the cell. They would save the cell for Orton and McIntyre, and then maybe for Sasha Banks and Bayley. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.